Welcome, everyone, to Lights of Miiva, episode 73, I'm being told. My name is Sam Lander. I have some players.
My name is Zerder, playing Lumi, the Circle of Stars druid.
Hi, I'm Suda, playing Riisha, the wizard warlock rogue. My brain is non-functional.
Hi, I'm Sadie, and I am playing Zari, the paladin barbarian.
My name is Inter, and I'm playing Criior, the monk.
I'm Ashes, and I play Eberkeet, the wizard cleric.
I love the multi-class in this game. Anyway, last time you guys spent a week of downtime in the city of Ava, at the end of which you received it was not exactly a wanted poster, but it definitely had your faces on it, with the request that this party of individuals visit First Lord Juleek at the castle.
It was a very public summons.
I would have had... Oh, shoot. I forget his name. The fighter character, and lacked Beraald. Either way.
Yeah, right. That guy, this guy, the thing with the daughter, and what do we do about...
Ooh, you better do that, EB.
We could just pretend we're not here, right?
I mean, we should probably go talk to them. It would be rude, and also, like, it would make us criminals. And I'd rather not be criminals in one of the three cities on this part of in this region.
Oh, we're not supposed to be criminals?
Not openly criminals.
Oh, secretly criminals. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I mean, the innkeeper recognized you, but the person delivering... But he spent a week with you. The person delivering the note did not, so... Like, don't make me force you to go there. You suspect you could, put on hoods and leave town quickly.
But he's been nice to us. We haven't done everything he said, but we probably don't want to piss off the lord of a city. I mean, I can go by myself if you all wanted me to. That's no trouble. I mean, what are they gonna do? Try to keep me from leaving?
I'd like to see anybody try.
Exactly my point. Criior?
Yeah.
Lumi, any input on this?
No objection.
Okay.
Probably should go meet the guy, yes. Not sure I have anything valuable to say to him, but
I mean, I could do the talking. I mean, that's no problem.
I love how the moderate charisma barbarian is the face.
I'm also a paladin.
Yeah, you are also a paladin, but that doesn't mean your charisma is any higher. All right.
Well, our rogue has the second highest strength in the party. So.
Also, you might want that, Lumi. That's definitely a 5. I don't know what that means. Whoa. So you guys, it's a pretty good hike up to the castle. The Color Animal Inn being about 3/4 of the way across town. Actually, do it this way. That way it forces you there. So it's a good couple hour hike. Could I get a perception check by everybody? Also, curiosity, is wheel or woe literally just a coin flip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Odds are woe, evens are wheel. Like odds are debuff mode, evens are buff mode.
Right. So it's literally just a coin flip. Okay.
Yes, but it says to roll a d6.
D6. Uh-huh. Surprised it's not roll a d20.
I'm surprised that they didn't just say d4, but I think it's because the skill uses a d6 anyway.
Fair enough.
A mere 19.
Uh-huh. A mere 19. Criior?
Perception?
Yeah, perception. Nice. Criior actually beat Lumi. Which is actually a really impressive feat considering. Well, y'all got higher than a 10. So as you're going towards the castle, you see occasional like poster boards that are starting to gain your faces. Pages will, like, you'll see them. They've got bundles of these flyers heading into bars and inns and taverns and those sorts of places. So you are under the impression that Juleek has heard the rumor that you're in town, but has no more specific information than that. And there's no reward given or anything like that. It's just a request for you to visit.
What did we do to warrant this? Like, I mean, he probably could have gotten his assistant to, like, you know, find person and, you know, send a messenger directly to us.
Yeah, at least he's being thorough and throwing a really wide net.
It feels unnecessary to me. You saying something, EB Keep?
Yeah, that spell wouldn't even cover this entire town, so
It's a
No,
1,000 feet.
fair enough.
yeah.
That's like a couple blocks at most.
No.
Yeah.
This town is a mile across ish.
Yeah, that wouldn't even cover a quarter of the city.
Yeah.
Maybe like message
Almost.
then if like I don't know. There just seems to be a better way to do this. I mean, I should tell a lord how to run a city. I mean, and
Give me an insight check.
Add a d6 to that.
So 23, 21, 12. $15 and $17. That's a lot of good insights. Those of you exceeding 20. This is somebody who really wants to get you found without basically this is the level thing. He doesn't want to pay a bounty for your collection, at least not yet, but he also doesn't want, if you are actually in the city, he doesn't want you escaping past like guards or basically this is a person who is flexing the how do I put this?
His reach.
Yeah, he's flexing the reach
influence.
of his city, and he has found out this information in such a way that he couldn't just like send it out in notes to the guards. So he has very recently learned, like probably within the last hour or two, that you guys that you are likely in this city. But he doesn't want to he doesn't want to have like 100 brass bounty on you because he doesn't want to spend the money and have chaos as people try to, you know, collect you and you fight your way out because now you're wanted criminals or something. So you're getting the impression that if he was he's trying to get you to come without having the chaos of having a bounty on your heads.
Okay.
And as you're walking down the street, you definitely do get a couple of people like, "Hey, I think I see your picture. I think the First Lord would like to see you," sort of things.
Yeah, we know. We're on our way. Thank you.
Just for fun, Lumi will pick out one of the persons in the near future that will looks like they would see him and just say, "Go, yes, be gone."
The person just kind of starts to speak something and mutters to themselves. They're just trying to be helpful. All right, you guys
with a smile and a wink, like, "Yes, be gone." Wink, wink.
You guys get to the gate, the castle gate, and as you are approaching, the gate guards 100% recognize you, and you are given an immediate escort of one of them without even like talking. And you are escorted once again, you know, through the castle, through all the ostentation, to the same place you guys were here last time. Sama, the person, is having trouble. I think it's an office that he meets you in, or met you in last time.
I think so.
Like it was a grand office. And it's pretty obvious that as you are being conducted through the castle, that somebody has gone ahead of you, and like you don't even pause at the door. The door is opened as you approach. Your guide like stops at the door, and then as the last of you enters the room, closes it behind you, and Juleek is sitting behind his desk. He's obviously like cleared paperwork out from in front of him because you see piles of it on either side of the desk. There is a plate that has probably, you know, leg bone, thigh bone of chicken or some other bird on it, and some various detritus of food. And he has a very pleasant smile on his face as you guys approach, and he goes, "News of my daughter? I assume that's why you're in town. Everybody give me insight again, please. Use this as sense motive. Holy Holy 28 Batman. Holy 21 Batman. All right. Let me... So
Why do I always get the giggles when I pass 25 on any roll?
should have worn your dress. So those of you exceeding 14, actually no, he has good. Those of you exceeding 18, so Lumi and Ibrakeet, he is definitely not as jovial as he appears, and this is a bit of a he is giving you a straight line to try to get you ease any concerns you might have.
May I use my inspiration to get that 24 and ask, does he look cross or just worried?
I would say roll it again. Don't you don't just get to pick your.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to use your
I'm just-
inspiration, I'll let you roll it again.
No,
I'm just going to
that's
tell
okay.
Ari anyway, since she's the face.
Sorry, what was that,
If that is
Ashes?
the case. I'm going to telepathically tell Zari,
Oh.
since she's the face, that is the case.
Sure.
It's already planning on. So
Yep, absolutely. You can do that with your telepathy. So you just get that information from Ibrakeet.
Okay.
Does a beating at 25 yield anything more? Like,
Sure.
do I get the sense of cross, just anxious, anything like that?
There's definitely an undercurrent. So this was a you've got news of my daughter, kind of a straight line. With exceeding 25, I will give you that he's not necessarily angry at you, because you guys have been gone for weeks at this point without word back to him, but it is very much growing. Like, he expected you to be gone for less than a month, for a week to travel to Volley, a week or two to find her there, and then a week of travel back, bringing his daughter back with him. And so there's definitely an undercurrent of concerned father missing, like, concerned father, where's my child, underneath that all.
Okay. Well, sir, as you might remember, finding your daughter was one of our tasks. Our other tasks was to get help from the city officials of Volley to help stop the reverse flow of the river.
He nods.
And we did do that. We got in contact with a councilman, and I give him the councilman's name. He's probably aware of all the council members in Volley.
So that would be finding my NPCs, Bitra.
Yeah. Lady Bitra?
Yeah, I don't think she had a lady title.
Okay,
I mean, you
councilwoman?
Councilwoman would be
Council person?
Yeah, I mean, councilperson is the gender neutral version, but councilwoman Bitra, because nobility doesn't work in Volley the same way it does here, lady would probably be appropriate to her rank. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So councilperson Bitra, and while we were in town, there was a sinkhole that opened up in Volley, and monsters started climbing out. So councilperson Bitra implored us to aid on an expedition to find the source of the creatures and stop them. While we were in Volley, we did find your daughter. She had joined a adventuring crew and was doing odd jobs around the city. Very safe, mind you. Just low level, like find missing items, kill 10 rats, um, stuff like that. And we had informed Oscar because councilperson Bitra had we had informed Oscar that she was in the city and she was with an adventuring group. And we left Oscar to do the rest because councilperson Bitra was very adamant in solving the chimera monsters climbing out of the hole in their city problem.
Okay. That was 100% the truth. So you are watching his face. You all are watching his face, and you all see him light up a little bit when you mentioned that you ran into her. A very deep frown when he hears that she was in an adventuring party. As you guys know, adventuring parties are illegal in this city, but very deep frown when he hears that. A slight resolution when he hears that she was being very minor jobs, right? And then when you mention Oscar, his face goes very, very still. And he just stares at you for an uncomfortably long moment. And he says, Zuza has lost the ability, or Zuza has confirmed that Oscar has passed beyond. She has not been able to locate his body, but she has confirmed that he is dead. So, if you left the task to Oscar to retrieve my daughter, something has gone terribly wrong.
Sorry, this is Sadie doing this because Sadie had been running ideas of what had happened in their absence, and this was the worst case scenario that Sadie came up with, and oh my gosh, I guessed right in a bad way. Okay,
And Zuza has been unable to message my daughter in a very long time. And in such a way that we believe she has something akin to a ring or amulet of mind shielding or mind blank, I think is the spell. Yes, mind blank or similar. So not only is she not receiving our messages, things like oh shoot, Scry fail to find her through I'm fairly sure she still lives. As Zuza has told me, the failure mode for somebody who is dead of a message spell is often different than somebody who is unreachable.
I am now trying to decide if Zari would have put together what Sadie put together.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
He looks at you all very seriously and goes, "Do you know where my daughter may have gone? You said you ran into her. How?" He kind of pauses, puts his hand up, like he's like backing up his mind a little bit, and goes, "She was safe in the city. She was well, uninjured, healthy." Working productively. He kind of like sneers at productively, but working. When you last saw her, she was well.
Lumi will
Yes.
just pipe up and say, "She seemed to me as well as I am standing here before you." And he will brandish arms and palms, like showing off normalities.
Right. He goes,
Because Lumi didn't know better.
he knows, or he nods and goes, you say she's with an adventuring party. Can you describe them to me so that I can see if we can scry upon her friends to maybe see if she is still with them, or at least find them?"
Okay. Pause for just a second.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to remember. I know Iberkeet saw Tiasa with the amulet. Did Iberkeet inform Zari that Tiasa had the amulet?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
She would have.
okay.
But also, Iberkeet is very fidgety and visibly uncomfortable right now
Yes.
because my flaw listed on my character sheet is I can't keep a secret to save my life or anyone else.
Nice.
So I'm trying really hard to not just blurt out everything.
Okay.
Well, Zari.
Bringing up your character flaw, I will let you mechanize that. So, Iberkeet, could I have you make a charisma saving throw with the higher you get past, so 10 means you keep a secret. The higher you get past 10 is the more you're able to control that keeping of the secret.
Okay. I have a -1, so
Awesome.
yeah.
All right. So I will let you resolve that how you want to, but you just lost the battle with yourself to hide the secret that you know.
Okay, well, I start by just blurting out that she's actually in quite a bit of danger.
So you become the center of focus of Juleek as he kind of waves at Zari to kind of back her off, and you are 100% the focus of attention now, Iberkeet. And he goes, "She is in danger how?"
I look around in shocked silence for a lengthy moment as I am very displeased with myself for letting that out. But I continue that she is under the influence of a malevolent death god.
He goes extremely pale. And looks at all of you, and with anguish says, "Can you find my daughter Hensafer from this?" What you have been, from your own words, you have been distracted from this, tracking down, saving likely this continent from whatever the hells I've heard a little bit was going on in Haifa, and that is noble, and I do not blame you for that. If I empty my treasury, if I give you an army, if I get on my knees and beg you, can you save my daughter?
Okay. So Zari during this conversation has, I'm going to say, over the walk to the castle, Zari was communicating with Iberkeet about the amulet, and has attempted to put together some things. And Zari, when Iberkeet blurts out what she does, Zari's shoulders drop and she finds a seat. And
There are chairs available.
yes. And goes, I want to say that I have been completely honest with you up until this point, and I'm going to continue to be. I do not think we will need to attempt to find her. I think our paths will cross again.
He looks at you, his face still anguished, and goes, "Why?"
We have now taken up another mission on behalf of the Fey Queen of the Winter Court, Mab, to resurrect the god of of Opal.
The door behind you slams open, and in stomping through the door, slamming it shut behind you again, comes Zuza.
Hello, Zuza. I assume you were listening.
I have received a message that I needed to be here. I was not, unfortunately, listening. So I will. You can catch me up, or First Lord will catch me up. But
No, it's early enough. Okay, so starting again. Um, we have undertaken a task. For the for the Fey Queen of the Winter Court, Mab, to resurrect the goddess of Opal. In exchange for her resurrection, she is going to release one of our friends who she has instatued uh, in her court. And I do not know what it exactly takes to to resurrect a god, but with the amulet that is now in Tiasa's possession, that belongs to the god of undead. She is, under my assumption, essentially become a warlock of the god. And it is my assumption that that particular god of undeath will not want us to resurrect the god of death, one who is directly opposed to his efforts. So it is my assumption that we will not have to find Tiasa. Tiasa will find us.
I want her alive, though. And if it comes down to some great conflict between the gods, my daughter's soul may be lost in that.
I can personally promise you that the corruption she has fallen under can be broken.
Zuza is looking at you, Ibrahit, with a curious expression on her face, like, how would you know that, but isn't asking the question. Zari, you are being open and honest, but your story is large. So I would like you to make a persuasion check, please.
Yes, totally understandable. Sorry, made a couple leaps there, going purely based off her adventure novels.
Well, but not only that, you claim to have talked to the Queen of the Winter Court, Mab, and gotten a quest from her to revive a dead god. This is a world of those things exist and are real. But that said,
I tried to use an inspiration.
Yep, exactly 10. All right.
I'm sorry, guys. That was with a +5.
Is that worth spending a portent on?
I will leave that up to you. I won't say what his response to all this is until you tell me whether or not you want to spend a portent on that. Because it'll be, if you just use your 8, it'll go up by 3 to 13. If you use your 18, it would be a 23.
23 would almost guarantee he believes us.
Yeah, and I don't think a 13 would be better than a 10.
Yeah.
It's possible. I don't know how set DCs, but like 13 is
Can't
not
guidance, and then I'm on woe, so I'm out of help.
But yeah, I'm gonna just.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Sorry, you cut off at just.
I'm gonna just not do that.
Not do that. Okay. So Zuza is looking at you with curiosity, Ibrahit, as you say that you know personally that she can be redeemed. Juleek is looking at you, Zari, and going, like, his eyes are still full of sorrow, but you don't think it was quite enough to convince him of the scale of your tale. And he goes, you leave my mission that I gave to you and paid you for. You admit to meeting my daughter and not returning her or submitting her to people who could return her. You did not use the payment that I gave you to convince my daughter to come home. And now you tell me a grand tale as large as the world. And I don't trust that you are the people who need to do this for me. And so, since you have taken my payment and not returned my daughter, you can leave the city until such time as you return my daughter to me or you return my payment to me. Zuza, please make sure they are kindly escorted from the city of Ava. She's staring at you, Ibrahit, and kind of jolts as he says this and gives him a questioning look as his face hardens. He's not looking at her at all, but his face has gone hard. His knuckles have gone white. And he is no longer... His eyeline is no longer looking at any of you. It is somewhere focused, probably about 3 feet in front of his desk. So it's not like a long distance stare, but he has completely closed down. And he takes a sheet of paper from his desk and begins to write on it, looking down and completely dismissing your presence from his like perception, as Zuza stares at him for a moment longer, mumbles a prayer under her breath to herself, and like motions for you to follow her to the door.
Okay. Will you allow Zari to make a scene?
I can't stop Zari from making a scene if she wants to.
Okay. So, Zari stands up, approaches the very front of her desk, of Juleek's desk, like pressing her legs up against it. And she leans down forcefully enough to slam on the desk.
Sure.
To get his attention. I have been very cordial with you, but now I'm going to be uncordial. If you want to find the person that caused your daughter to leave, I think you need to look at yourself. I think you need to look at your parenting style, and I think you need to look at the level of suffocation you put that girl through that forced her to turn to a god of undeath to find escape from it. I know you do not believe my story. I do not care. And during this, if there are any candles in the room, Zari is using her thaumaturgy to make them flare. I do not care if you believe my story or not. It is the truth. And it is my belief that we will find Tiasa. And when we do, we will break her of this curse, and we will free her soul of this alignment that she has found herself in. But we will not return her to you. If she wants to return to you, she will do so of her own accord. Because she is a grown woman who deserves that level of freedom and self-determination. You can ban us from the city. It will not stop us.
He slowly lowers his pin and, without looking at your face, says, "Remove your hands from my desk, or I will have them removed from your body."
You can try. And Zari turns and leaves.
Once you have started to leave, he picks his pin back up from his desk and begins writing again.
Lumi's been standing, staring at the pen, trying to decipher what he's writing.
You have the thing that lets you read lips. So upside down and backwards words, sure, that seems like a thing that you could pick up. He is writing a notice of banishment for the party of the Lights of Miiva, with names underneath it, until such time as this order is rescinded.
Lumi will probably be the last one to even turn, just to get the most, if not all of that, but still just stand staring like 20 seconds longer than is reasonable. Just shake his head and turn, like the last one out, like just the solemn shaking of the head, looking down type of feel from him.
As you guys...
Risha's being... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Risha's being very vocal, just walking backwards right behind Zari, being like, "Oh, she told you you're a jerk. Suck it. Peace."
You guys get out.
There's a passing remark from Lumi.
Yeah.
About the bell. Such a powerful artifact to get your daughter back. You didn't even care she was the same person. Just walks off.
He has no reaction to that. You guys get out into the hall, and Zuza is out there. She is pale. There is a worried expression on her face, and she goes, I believe you, Zari. And I also believe that your group is capable and powerful. And I don't want to see you murder 100 or 200 of the city's finest as they subdue you and either kill you or throw you in prison. So, believe me when I tell you this. You guys need to leave the city now. And don't stop until you reach the borders, the border villages of Ava, because First Lord, I have never seen him that angry, and I have seen him order a man decapitated. So, despite what you might think of him, good or ill, from your statement, probably ill, know this: he is still the First Lord of this city, and he still commands an army. And I fear for both you and them. Save his daughter. Save his daughter. And back to the city or not, he may forgive you someday if you do. But for my sake, save his daughter. If for no other reason.
I will do it for her. I will do it for you. I care not what that man thinks of me.
It's good that you don't, because that man was moments away from ordering your murder. And stay in this city a moment longer than you must to get to its edge. And yeah, he will.
I'm agreeing with Zarya. I'll do what I can to save her for her. I'll do what I can to save her for her. But he is not a father of her. If he thinks so little of her that she needs to be coddled into adulthood.
If you want to help us, you can speed along our journey and get us out immediately. Can you get us to either the Burgundy coast or to Ook?
I can get you... Where on the Burgundy coast would you like to go?
Where's Gold Dragon Lady ruling?
Gold Dragon Lady rules the city of Kirsch. You would know that. You would have heard that.
We got it from, well, we know that God, I'm kind of emotional right
Magda?
now, so Magda. We know Magda rules that city. We know Magda is grandmother or mother to Anya.
Yep, mother of Anya, grandmother of the other dragon.
The other one. Yeah. The other bronze dragon.
Yeah.
And if the logic is that if we can appeal to
Raya.
Magda, if we can appeal to Magda to help us on our quest to free her daughter, then we can probably get some help. Otherwise, there is the world-renowned Library of Ook that might have information that we seek on how to revive a dead god.
I'm sorry. We still have a dead body to bury.
like when you say this, Criior, it's just Zuza's just staring at you. Like what? Just her expression is what?
It's a long story to do with the fake horde. Don't worry about it. I'm not in the mood to tell that story today.
And she will likely never be.
I can get you to either Ook or Kirsch or Kartuk. I know those places.
Okay.
I would need to come along with you because I've never sent anybody to Ook or Kirsch.
Okay. Oh, I should probably put this to the rest of the group so we know where we're going. Okay. So, have we caught up to the time when we leave, or is that another week
No,
that we need to stay away
that's
from
this
Ava?
week. So you guys could
Okay.
you guys are now past the date when you left.
Okay, so the universe will not try to stop us from meeting ourselves.
Correct.
Okay. So, what do you guys want to do?
We need to get back to Miiva, I think.
Part of me is torn because we need to get to Miiva and get the thing in the ground. But that's gonna cut like a month of travel, possibly.
Well, we could use the circle to get the Miiva. Could
Will
Do
it
you
help
know-
if I can give
Huh?
you the symbols for... If you have a teleportation circle that you can use, I can give you the symbols for all three or any of those cities.
Lumi will turn towards Ibrahim and just go, can we do that?
My notebook is already open.
Cryo's like, fast travel? Yes, please.
Lumi is a bit more pragmatic and just trying to figure out if we can do the magic part of that bit.
Zari really needs to get a magic item that jives with either her or Crior's mark of travel, so we can use magic circle, because I think that's one of the mark spells.
Oh, I was muted.
Yep, sorry. I was about to mention that because I thought you might be talking. What was that? What were you saying?
I can't cast the spell myself, but every city we've been to that has a teleportation circle has people there to cast the spell for it.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I don't think Miiva does.
That's true. So we can't go to Miiva first unless I get a scroll of the spell.
And how much is a scroll?
Oh boy, for a 5th level spell?
Really expensive.
Yeah, I know.
I got 400 gold.
I got the symbols of Miiva.
That's what you would need to go back to Miiva.
But
We
I can also send a message to somebody in Miiva to do whatever will be done there.
Lumi is out of character. Like Lumi is thinking and probably suggesting we go to either Kirsch or Ook. When we are there, we try to get the ability to cast teleportation circle of teleportation, so that we can go where we need to and possibly try to fish for the symbols for both of the locations.
Well, Zuza will give us the locations for Kursk and Ook.
And Kartuk.
And Kartuk. We'll just need the spells. We'll just need
Yeah.
the spell to power the fast travel.
Worst case, we take jobs in where we go to get the money to buy a scroll.
Okay, which city is most likely to understand
Fayan?
our diet? Yeah, Fayan.
Kirsch, by far and away. It is a melting pot of everyone in the world.
Yeah, because if we can't communicate with a lot of people, because I don't think a lot of us know Common.
You can't communicate with a lot of people there, but there's going to be somebody there who can communicate with you. Most likely.
And we also have the
one.
tongue candies.
You do have the candies. They last an hour.
Yeah.
And there's also at least one person in Kirsch that speaks Fayan.
I mean, you would understand that there are there are probably a fair
player knows there's at least one.
Yeah. It'll be like Paris, but like Paris from like 60 years
Un-American.
ago, where you probably the higher end shopkeepers, shopkeepers, right, would understand it. And there are going to be a variety of people, like you could probably hire a guide in the city who would understand you. But it's not going to be like everybody on the street.
Does Kirsch have like a little Badlands section of the city?
There's probably not enough Fae in there to have a ghetto. But it, like, Kirsch is the hive of scum and villainy. It is the outlaw independent town of the Burgundy coast. And it is a broad melting pot of every culture on Ferriphobe.
Okay.
It's also the most mercantile city on the planet. Everything is for sale. But people aren't anymore.
Yep.
Good.
At least the last you heard.
Okay. So,
Kirsten?
do we Pershk? We find a way to get a scroll of magic circle so Ibrahim can learn the ritual, and we can cast the spell. So we can travel, so we can use one whenever we want, and we get the symbols for the other two cities, so we can fast travel, hop around.
So I don't know how to communicate this idea in character, so I'm just going to speak in game mechanics here. I can't learn teleportation circle. I am not a high enough wizard level. I can cast it from a scroll, but I can't put it in my spell book to do the ritual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need a scroll for every time we cast it until I get one more wizard level.
Okay.
So you guys would all know that there are commercial teleportation circles in Kirsch that you could hire to send you. So you could, from a game mechanics standpoint, you could teleport to Kirsch, buy a scroll of teleportation, which will be really expensive, commercially pay somebody to teleport you back to Miiva. And then with that scroll of teleportation circle, Iberkeek could bring you back to Kirsch or any other city for which she has the symbols.
Okay.
I mean, you could also steal a scroll, or
Acquire.
Right, you could acquire a scroll.
And a fifth level spell scroll is a rare item, by the way. I don't know if it being consumable cuts that cost down at all. But
usually it cuts the cost by half. Game tools. Magic item rarity. Oh yeah, rare is between 500 and 5,000 brass of value. Gives you a...
And it's on the higher end of rare, since a level 6 is very rare.
So we're talking probably in the low thousands of brass.
Okay, we're gonna need more money.
My idea still stands. We go to Kirsch, we do jobs to get money, buy a scroll.
Yep.
And potentially hire to get to Miiva and then go to wherever we need afterwards.
Yep.
I will
And
totally
we can
jobs.
and we can freely travel from Kirsch to what's the other city on the Burgundy coast?
There are many cities on the Burgundy coast. I don't think I have the map loaded in this game. Oh, I do have the world map loaded in this game. We can go to the world map.
Kartuk, the capital with the railway that did or did not get completed?
Oh, the
Yeah,
rail.
Kartuk.
There's a rail. Well, you guys don't know, but yeah. So major cities in the Burgundy coast are Kirsch, Pirashkazlo, Convergence, Kartuk. There are a large number of cities along the coastline, of course.
Okay. Yeah, so if we go to Kirsch, we can travel to Kartuk freely because,
You
uh
yeah, Walker hire a cart or get on a train probably.
yeah. Okay, so I think that is our plan. So we get Zuza to give us uh the symbols for Kursk, and Ook and Kartuk.
Okay.
She takes us to Kursk. We get some money there and get a scroll, and then that'll take us back to Miiva. And then from
I
there we
think
can.
I have a small addendum or correction to that plan. We'll take as
Okay.
many of the teleportation circle symbols as she will willingly let us have,
Yeah.
because she might just go, "You get 2."
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys tell her your plan and that you would like the teleportation symbols. And she nods and she goes and she starts as she's taking you down the secret passage to the teleportation circle of Ava. She gives you the symbols for Volley and Ook and Orkland, Kirsch, and Kartuk.
Okay. I think we already had volley, but
You probably did, but I mean, you probably did,
Yeah.
but those are the ones she's giving you.
yeah, those are the ones she's giving you. She's giving us.
So,
Okay.
do you need me to go buy it again?
Uh,
Valley, Ook, Auckland, Cash, and Katuk.
Yep.
okay. Crior's got that. The notes man.
Yeah. Well, Criior writes it down because he takes notes on everything, and Iberkeet writes it down because she also takes notes on many things, and those are a useful thing for her to
Yeah.
have.
I already have a page in my spellbook dedicated to recording teleportation circle clips, but Ash as the player can't take notes right now
That's fair.
Yeah.
because I'm stuck on my.
Yes. So she gives you a very serious look. And as you guys are stepping into the teleportation circle, and she says, "I cannot say this seriously enough. Do not be found in Ava while you are banished from the city. Because with what has happened, I have the feeling that you will likely be arrested, or he will attempt to have you arrested. And I do not wish for that to play out for both your sake and the sake of the city. So I know you can return here. I suggest strongly that you do not until you have met his conditions or otherwise the banishment is lifted."
Yes. Well, with these, we can avoid Ava as much as possible. We do not want to bring harm to your city, no matter who is leading it.
She nods. And she says, if you would give me the symbols for Miiva as well, I would appreciate it. In case
Lumi will interject. As long as you don't share them with Juleek, as long as we are banished, and you do not send troops with hostile intent our way. And he will dead stare her, looking for.
I vow
For
to you
healing.
on Tias's name that I will not allow troops to travel through this teleportation circle to the city of Miiva, and that Juleek does not have the knowledge necessary to use the teleportation circle without my assistance. Could I have an insight check from everybody, please?
Yeah, I was gonna definitely do that anyway because
Yep.
he's got ways.
You
And if there's if she's using some sort of skill to try and deceive us, I'm woeing her.
does that consume a resource, or is that just a thing that
Yep.
you do?
It concerns the charge of my wheel or woe skill.
Boy, how do I... Okay, so here's a mechanics question. Would you do that either way, or would you... I don't want to tell you the result of the things without you telling me whether or not you're going to use wheel or woe. Does that make sense?
Well, it makes sense, and I get why you're doing that, because if she's trying to persuade us and I lower it, she might look like a liar.
Right.
But if she's lying and I lower it, she does look like a liar.
Right. So it lowers her roll by 5. Is that what that does?
Yeah. Yes, I will use that skill regardless, because Lumi's turning paranoid by Juleek's things.
Okay. So anybody who gets higher than a 6. Sorry. Yes, a 6. No. Yes. Brain math. Anybody who gets higher than a 4, that's better math. Anybody who gets higher than a 4 believes that she is being very sincere. She believes she is telling the truth.
I got a 21.
Well, we all got better than a 4.
That is the threshold. So, you all believe that she is being sincere.
As Lumi is still staring her dead in the eyes, she just says, "Go ahead."
So you guys give her Miiva's symbols for teleportation circle.
Zari wants to ask a question first of Zuza. Can he force you through magical means?
Not any longer.
Fair enough.
Can I insight check
Share it.
on that?
Yes.
Lumi just believes her because he just finally connected 2 and 2 and got 4.5. Like, he got why he had that bell and gave it away. And now he
Ebergeet,
knows.
with a 32, you are 100% certain that Zuza has been compelled by the bell in the past, and that he no longer has the bell, and he does not have a way to replicate its power.
Good. Okay. So yes, Zari is okay with giving her the symbols now.
Okay. So you guys get on the teleportation circle. You receive the symbols for the various cities. Zuza is casting the spell, And as the spell completes, you find yourself in the worst smelling, most abhorrent. The smell here is overpoweringly of dead fish and sewage and spices, and there is a unbelievable cacophony of sound and motion, color. It was just after noon when you left the city of Ava. It is now early evening. Maybe supperish time, maybe a little earlier than that. This is different. Oh, this is better than Vex's place, but is different. That was undeath and terribleness. This is like that. The smell, like you can, it's so strong that you can taste it even without like opening your mouth. And as you guys step off of this commercial teleportation circle, you realize that the capital city of Volley felt big to you. You think that this port area that you have come in on that has no less than 20 teleportation circles, some of them the size of a building, like this, the footprint of like 60 feet across, right? That this port area might be as large as the city of Volley was, or at least that's your first impression. And as you step off, none of you recognize a single thing being said around you. And with wide eyes and closed nostrils, you guys start to try to find your way through the city of Kirsch. Elsewhere on this world, at about this same time, Tiasa stands on the deck of a ship. There is a strong wind coming from the port rear quarter, blowing the ship quickly ahead over the sea. And as she's staring into the distance, Adora comes up behind her and touches her gently on the shoulder and goes, I know we're looking for a library, and I know that they recommended that we head somewhere further away from your father's influence, but why are we going to an abandoned ancient library on an empty continent and with a small scratch to the back of her left wrist? Tiasa turns. There's underneath her shirt, there is a faint glow of light. She goes, I don't know, I just have a feeling that if you want to find a library out of time, you should find the oldest library that has ever been discovered to start. And with that, we will end for today. So thank you to my players for an amazing session. Thank you to everybody who is watching. It has been great having you here. Bye.